Hey YouTube, today we're going to be talking about hooks, line, and how to tie a basic knot. Today's going to be my first video, so bear with me. And first off, I'd like to start off by saying this channel is made for everything about freshwater bass fishing in Florida. So, alright, let's start the video. First off, Suffix line is the line I use, 17-pound test. Got this at Walmart. It was on sale. It's pretty good line. Super tough. It says abrasion resistant and casts super far. It's tough. All lines say a pound test, but I believe that if you fish them right, you can actually do like a couple, maybe 10 pounds over what you can actually catch with this stuff. So that's why I say 30-pound test. If you're freshwater fishing, you really won't need anything over 30-pound test. If you're bass fishing, at least, because it's pretty unnecessary. Because 30-pound test, that'll land like a 50-pound fish if you play it right. Then I move on to my Zebco line. This is cheap Walmart line, $3, 500 yards, 15-pound test. It's a really good deal. It's halfway decent. But yeah. Moving on to hooks. These are the different types of hooks that I have. Okay, made this little chart for you guys. There's a twist lock hook up here. Okay, and that's because of this thing right here. You have a worm hook with an elbow and an offset worm hook. Okay, take a look at all these. They're all different. I'll show you how to hook all of them. Alrighty. By the way, I recommend twist lock hooks like these because when fishing with soft plastics, they rarely rip. The baits, when you're fishing with something like this can rip through the nose of the bait pretty easily when you get 2 or 3 fish. These tend to stay more secure in there, so that's probably the way to go. This is a Gamakatsu hook, by the way. Both these are. I definitely recommend Gamakatsu over any other brand. They stand up to rust. They're excellent. Some hooks, when left in like an oily soft plastic bait, will rust, but Gamakatsu hooks, they usually won't, so that's a good deal. And they're pretty cheap too. One of the more expensive brands of hooks, but definitely worth it if you want a long time fisher. You go out on the water for a long time. These are definitely a good investment. When using smaller soft plastics like this, such as a Zoom trick worm, which this is what that is, a smaller hook with an elbow bend will do the trick. It sits nicely, and hook sets are very easy with one of these. I'll show you how to Texas rig this real quick. So you take this, go right through the nose. This is a Texas rig, by the way. Right through the nose like this. Okay. Go in there just about to the barb, maybe a little more, and pull out. So pull out just like this. So you're going to have it like this, thread it through. And that's what this elbow comes in hand, because it helps the bait sit right on it, as you can see. Okay, now you're going to take it, measure where this is going to go in, about right here. You're going to bend this, bend it, and put it right up through there, just like that. And pull the bait up a little bit. Notice how it sits pretty nicely. Okay, sits pretty good in there. And this allows for the bait to be pretty straight when it's going through the water. If you have a hook like this, it doesn't have an elbow bend as this one does. Okay, so the bait is going to be lopsided and kind of pointed up. So I definitely recommend these hooks over these any day. And if you want to make this weedless, because you can see that the hook is sticking up through there, you're going to grab the sides, push it forward like this, away from the point of the hook. Push it, bring it up, and make the point of the hook go right through the bait. So as you can see, the hook is not standing up as it was before. It's through the bait, so weeds are going to brush right off it like this. Just a little trick that I learned. Using bigger baits such as this, okay, is a brush hog. As you can see the difference, one is way bigger. This is a baby brush hog, is a regular. When you're using small brush hogs like this, I recommend a little small hook. That'll do. But when you have a big one, okay, that's where a twist lock hook comes in hand, because it'll fit right through the point of the head really nicely. So as you can see, this is a weighted twist lock hook. These are good for swim baits. That's what I use them for, but I'm just showing you this as an example how this works. So you take the twist, the little spring looking thing, and you put it right through the head, just like this, and you just push through and just start twisting. Wait, hang on. And it'll start going through. There you go. And it goes straight through the bait. Okay, now it's stuck in there. I can pull it, it's not coming out. It's in there really good. That's why these are great, because they won't rip out. Now you're just going to do the same thing. These are a little bit easier to use. You're going to measure where the hook goes, about right there. Put your finger there. And ta-da! There you go. Now this is perfect. You can also do the little weedless trick, as I just did. Now this is also weedless. It's weighted. It's going to float on the bottom just like this. Going to stay there. You're going to pop this up. Catch a nice bass. And by the way, don't put this in too deep because it'll rip through. So just put it in a little bit when you're trying to make a weedless, because then you'll get lots of holes in the top of it and it'll start ripping. When that happens, as you can, I don't know if you can see this, but it's pretty ripped right here. And what you can do is take a lighter and hold it under there for a few seconds. It'll light the bait and it'll actually melt. So that's a good trick for repairing your baits. Also, you can get stuff, like tacklewarehouse.com. They have formulas and stuff that you put on there, put in the freezer or whatever. And but this is a good trick for just spending like $2 on a lighter. Do that. And last but not least, take this hook out. I'm going to show you guys how to tie a simple improved clinch knot. Okay, it's probably the easiest trick. Not trick, the easiest knot in the book. You take your line right here, and I'm just using this Zebco line, and you're going to thread it through the eye of the hook, and you're going to put it through about 4 or 5 inches. Okay. Right there, here's the hook. Just leaves yourself some space to work with. So then you're just going to bring the two ends. So now you have down here, it's about 4 or 5 inches, and this is the main line. Now you're going to take the tag end, and you're going to wrap it around the main line about 4 or 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you have this, you have a hole in the end, and you still have a little bit left over. You're going to take what's left over, and you're going to put it through the hole down at the bottom. So put it through the hole. Okay, now that you've put it through the hole, you're going to take it and go back through the loop that you just made. Okay, I'll do this one more time slowly. As you put it through the hole, you make a loop. See that loop that it's making? You're going to put it right back through there. You're going to pull. There you go. Proof clinch knot. Best knot in the book. Later, guys.